The World Cup is the most popular sporting event in the world, but there's a new tournament in town that makes that one look like child's play. And I mean that literally, because these players could be the World Cup players' grandmas. Welcome to the Goodish news channel. I'm Ashley, your professional pessimist. In an effort to be more optimistic, I'm bringing you news stories that are mildly heartwarming, or interesting at the very least. When you think soccer, there's probably a good chance that the names Messi or Ronaldo come to mind. Sorry to disappoint you this early on in the video, but I'm not talking about either of those guys. But here's a picture of them if it'll make you happy. In fact, today I'm not even talking about FIFA. I'm talking about GIFT, Grannies International Football Tournament, where the only thing scarier than the competition is the possibility of someone breaking a hip. If you're one of those people who say soccer is too boring to watch, just wait until you see 80-year-olds play it. Okay, I'm not going to make jokes about their age the whole time, because one day I'll be in their octogenarian shoes, or cleats, if my soul-crushing anxiety doesn't finish me off first. Grannies International Football Tournament, or as it's affectionately known, GIFT, is indeed the gift that keeps on giving. Held in South Africa, GIFT is where women aged 50 and above lace up their cleats and show the world that age is just a number. The oldest player this year? A sprightly 87. And before you ask, yes, they check documentation to ensure that no underage players sneak in. They don't need some young whippersnapper slide tackling a grandma right into the ER. This tournament is strictly for grannies, mimas, GGs, nonas, yayas. Do I need to keep going? The teams are from all over: Togo, the US, France, and a dozen African squads. Women from all around the world who share a love of soccer and just want to play. Let's be real. Most of these women grew up in places where soccer was for the boys. Now they're out here breaking ankles and breaking stereotypes. South African player Rosina Matthew, aged 84 by the way, used to hide her soccer shorts under a skirt when she was younger, so the men in her community wouldn't see. Now she's flashing her knees left and right. Take that, patriarchy. Team Zambia overcame obstacle after obstacle just to get to the tournament. Their government-sponsored bus left several hours late, causing them to make it to the border after it had closed, setting them back even further. They traveled another day and night when their bus broke down, just an hour away from their destination. So they did the only thing they could do: hitchhike. If it isn't clear by now, these ain't your typical grannies. The team made it to the tournament at 10 p.m. after the first day of play and missed their first scheduled match. But because grandmas are some of the most forgiving people on the planet, organizers rearranged the schedule so the Zambian team could play the next morning. The tournament lasted 4 days and was filled with dancing, encouragement, sisterhood, and a little bit of soccer thrown in. The final match came down to a shootout, which is always heartbreaking. But the New England Breakers defended their title and took home the trophy for the second tournament in a row. So while the gameplay might not be as exciting as FIFA, the competition is still fierce. And I'm all for encouraging anyone, no matter their age, to get out there and kick some butt. I just hope I can be as cool as these grannies one day. This week, a 2-year-old Arizona toddler named Bowden Allen pulled off what can only be described as the ultimate episode of Survivor Preschool Edition. Bowden wandered away from his home around 5 p.m. last Monday, wearing nothing but a blue tank top and pajama bottoms. Not exactly Bear Grylls gear, but hey, fashion is subjective when you're 2. Naturally, panic set in. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office launched a massive search with over 40 people looking for Bowden. A Department of Public Safety helicopter didn't find the boy, but they did spot 2 mountain lions in the area. But here's where the story goes from terrifying to wholesome. Enter Buford, a Pyrenees mix and a very good boy, obviously. Buford found Bowden, and instead of just giving him a sniff and moving on, he decided to go full Lassie and lead him to safety 7 miles from where Bowden started. Let's pause here for a second. 7 miles. Through mountains, canyons, boulders, and did I mention mountain lions? Rancher Scotty Dunton, who also happens to be Buford's owner, was just heading out to run errands when he saw Buford with a little blonde boy in tow. Dunton immediately recognized Bowden from the missing child alert and estimates the boy walked with Buford for about a mile. He asked Bowden if he'd walked all night, and he said, "No, I laid up under a tree. You know, just a casual night under the stars, no big deal." Dunton says Bowden was in good shape, just a little bit upset. Which, honestly, fair. This kid spent 16 hours in the wild and came out with a story that will crush show and tell for years to come. And let's not forget Buford. This dog usually spends his days chasing off coyotes and patrolling the ranch. But when he found Bowden, he stuck by his side and led him to safety. So what have we learned? Never underestimate a toddler's sense of adventure, and dogs are, once again, the best creatures on earth, and we don't deserve them. During a recent 5.2 magnitude earthquake in San Diego, the elephants at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park showed us all how to handle a crisis. Imagine a group of elephants enjoying a sunny day, munching on snacks, probably watching the stupid humans when the ground starts to rumble. Obviously, there's not a table big enough for them to hide under, so they do the next best thing. They form what's known as an alert circle. It's basically the elephant version of a group hug, but without the awkward back patting. The older elephants form a circle and round up the younger calves into the center. Elephants are incredibly social and protective. They can sense the vibrations through their feet and ears. So while we're all checking Twitter to see if that was really an earthquake that we felt, elephants can go straight to the source. They freeze, listen, and probably exchange some infrasonic gossip that we humans can't even hear. After a few minutes, the elephants decided the coast was clear and went right back to foraging. I love an unbothered, food-motivated queen. And when an aftershock hit an hour later, you guessed it, alert circle round 2. Elephants, along with other animals, have some type of sixth sense that us humans can only dream of. There are anecdotes of elephants going to higher ground in Thailand right before the tsunami hit. So the next time you're in danger, remember to be like the elephant. Stay calm, look out for your herd, and make sure to refuel afterwards, because the last thing you want is for your blood sugar to crash after a crisis. Trust me.
Everybody stay calm! We're all gonna die!
If you're looking for more good news in your life, be sure to check out my video from last week where I discussed LEGO's huge new factory run on 100% clean energy, how the new Tiger King wound up in jail just like the old one, and some other short news stories. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing so we can ignore all the bad news together.